Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he's flushed out left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Shorty.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. That's Wallace. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lion. Here we go. Ready? Come on.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
Let's go.
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's held in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers, 35 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Go. Lion.
Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the 1st half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Trey 15.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
That was an an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Flush to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Let's go. 81. Stack. Black.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Shorty. Great.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Now, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Over the middle, pulled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
All right, let's go get it now, all right? Focus, focus.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 31 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trey 15. Black, come on. Trey 15. On run.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going long here for Wallace. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Show that bench release and go. Set! Black 80! Focus.
Mike 53! Coming! Jack!
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go. All right, let's go get it now.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On second down, it's Bell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, here's Bell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll go for it with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Steelers on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield.
5-7. 5-7. There we go. Back man. 120.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey from 4 yards out. There the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now we're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Let's go! Help out! 4 down!
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, it's Bell, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Bell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Bell. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. This is Bell. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Le'Veon Bell, no shades there at 2015 against the Chargers where he stumbled in. Here he can't get in. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Shorty. There we go. Waiting. Black, come on. Grade 15. 81.
He's back to throw. This one complete to Sproles. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The give is to Bell, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Focus.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this.